Now today we're gonna make an old club drink that was always really known for its bright green color, almost neon green. And it's actually a riff on a Long Island iced tea, but this one is called the Tokyo iced tea. Okay, not gonna lie, this drink has a lot of ingredients just like a Long Island does, but it's actually just as easy to make. So the first thing that you're gonna need is gonna be some vodka. I'm going with Tito's today. This is just kind of my workhorse vodka here. Doesn't really matter, just use whatever you usually drink. You're also going to need some gin. I'm going with Beefeater here today, just something clean and crisp. The next ingredient is going to be rum. I'm using Plantaray 3-Star. Just make sure you're using a light rum. Stay away from anything that's dark. It won't work in this drink. And you're gonna need some tequila. Make sure you're using a silver tequila for this cocktail. And the next ingredient is the ingredient that makes this a Tokyo iced tea. You're gonna need some Midori. This is a melon liqueur that's made with Japanese Yubari melons and musk melons. And no, the green is not a natural color. You're also going to need some lime juice, so some fresh squeezed lime juice, some simple syrup. Make sure you're using a regular white sugar for this. And the last thing you'll need is going to be some Sprite. Long Island uses Coke, but this Tokyo iced tea uses Sprite. So yeah, that's a lot of ingredients, but it's actually really easy to make. So we'll just get these out of the way and we will get started making the cocktail here. Now this drink could actually just be built in the glass, but I think when we do it properly, we're gonna shake the ingredients and strain it. So we're gonna start with a mixing tin and we'll just start adding some of these ingredients to it. I'll begin with the vodka here. And this is pretty easy. All this booze, we're just gonna do the same amount. So we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of the vodka, and then we'll move on to the gin here. Same thing, 1/2 ounce. All right, so it's pretty easy when you've got an equal parts cocktail. Go ahead and move on to the rum. We're gonna add 1/2 ounce of that, right to the mixing tin. And the tequila. So go ahead and grab my Olmeca Azul. We'll add 1/2 ounce of the silver tequila and the Midori. This is gonna give the cocktail that super neon green color. Don't ask me what they use. 1/2 ounce of the Midori. And next we'll add our simple syrup. So it's gonna be 1/2 ounce of that. Again, this is super easy. 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. And then we'll finish with the lime juice. And this is where it gets a little tricky because we're gonna do 1 full ounce of our lime juice. So now that we've got all that in there, we're just gonna give this a quick shake. Now, we're not really trying to dilute this too much because we are gonna be pouring this over ice into another glass. So just a quick shake for a few seconds, just to kind of, mix it together. Just like that. Get this thing open here. And we'll go ahead and grab a tall glass. You could use a pint or a Collins glass. I'm going with a Collins glass today. Ice that bad boy up. And I'm just gonna strain the cocktail over that. Should have a little room at the top there because we are going to top it off with the Sprite. So Long Island, you'd be topping it off with the Coke, but we'll just top that there. Doesn't change the color, adds a little bit of fizz. All right, and to garnish the cocktail, I like to do a thin lemon slice, which I might have overfilled this. I did. And we'll go for a cherry here. Grab a cherry, pop that right on top. That is the Tokyo iced tea. That is awfully, awfully green. Yeah, okay. It's kind of light and bright. It doesn't taste tea-like to me, the way that the Long Island iced tea tastes, but I could see how with that light melon kind of flavor, it sort of lightens the drink up a bit. The lime and the Midori work really well together. Overall, it's super smooth for how much booze is actually in here. It's cool to look at. I mean, it's green. This is definitely a neon green color. Probably fun when you're out having drinks years ago. Anyway, that is it, guys. That is the Tokyo iced tea. Until next time, cheers.